Hello, you beautiful, beautiful souls. Welcome to your Aquarius video. Welcome to Colleen Tarot. I'm your host, Colleen, and I'm creating this video for you on May 7th or 8th, 2026. Keep in mind, tarot is timeless. I'm only giving you the date so you know I don't repost. If you like my videos, I post here regularly. And if you like Aquarius only videos, I have another channel, Aquarius by Aquarius. Both channels on YouTube. I am nowhere else right now. So if you see me anywhere else, you're most likely watching stolen content anyways. Before I start your reading, I want to be the first one to tell you all that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world. And I want to thank you guys for being here, for sharing your time and energy with me. I value you and the divine values you. And thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you guys. So we're going to see what wants to come out. Hope you all are having a great day wherever you're at in the world. Put a shout out. Where you from? Where you from? All right, Aquarius. Pre-shuffle energy was a lot about either someone doesn't like the changes you're making or how you've changed as a person. Something like that. Don't like the changes you're making or how you've changed as a person. That was a lot of the pre-shuffle in the tarot. Loneliness, okay. So maybe somebody feels lonely without you. Maybe you felt lonely with them. Not taking any steps or making an effort towards a situation or problem. Inaction, yeah. Maybe someone feels your detachment, that you're not. Someone feels you pulling away, possibly. Or you feel someone pulling away from you. Then we have self. So there's self-awareness. Okay. So somebody is self-aware that they are lonely. And that's different than being alone. So somebody's like, somebody might be realizing that too. Like you might be helping someone realize that, wait a second. Why do I feel lonely? Because I'm alone. But there's this self-reflection, there's this self-awareness, there's this inaction. And I'm not even sure if the inaction and self-awareness are the same energy. But I definitely feel this loneliness energy here. And then there's this awareness of that. Like, oh, I'm lonely. I'm lonely. I don't like, so if you're doing something, like maybe you're making money and someone's like, but I'm lonely, you know, you're always making money and, you know, and I miss you. That was a big complaint that I had in my relationships. That's why I'm putting it out there. Maybe someone is lonely because you're out there making the money or you're in a position where you have, you know, a lot of responsibilities or whatnot. Or vice versa. All right, let's get into the tarot. We're going to know more by getting into the tarot. So it doesn't seem like we need a Celtic spread. It's not like it's a lot of history, but there's somebody who's like, I'm lonely. Aquarius is always off working or busy or, you know, and I'm lonely. It could be a child too. All right, so we are doing a 9 card. It could even be a pet for some of you, but it can be you are lonely, someone's working. It can go either way here. King of Pentacles is in the center, so this is about, you know, unless you have somebody, an earth sign missing you, because you could. Because I have Earth and I have King of Wands, and this is like, you know, these are both, this is a go-getter energy, right? This is a person who's like, you know, they're building themselves. This is a person who's already a manager, already in some sort of authority. And then this is making that money and having that stability. And it's like, so somebody's like, I'm alone. I'm alone. And the reason I'm alone, or the reason I'm feeling lonely, is because somebody over here working what looks like on their money, or they're working or something like this. So is that King of Wands saying I'm alone and I'm going to go have an affair? Because we got the Devil in reverse on the bottom and that Three of Cups. Even like something like a cheap fling, even on the internet, like. If somebody was to do this shit behind your back, you're going to find out. I'm going to tell you straight up right there. You're going to find out. I don't know how, but you will. It shows up like that anyways. All right, so next to the King of Pentacles, we have Hermit, which is more earth energy. It's Virgo energy, but it's also thinking. All right, thinking. Don't know what it's thinking about until we clarify it. Let me get 3 more cards and then we'll just get on into that. Clarification, the Death. Yeah, changing. All right. So this, I would not be surprised if this is you thinking about what needs to change, but everyone kind of is. I mean, today is, the Pluto went retrograde yesterday for me anyway. And so this is Pluto. Okay. This is Death, and then this has got me thinking. So it's definitely somebody is thinking about the long term when it comes to their plan, their stability. You know, how do I want to live my life for the next 5, 10, 20 years? There's a lot of this right here. So because there's a lot of this going on, there's a lot of make that money go on. There's a lot of, I need, you know, working on projects and things like this. But for somebody who is not having things or projects going on for themselves, is feeling lonely. And that's why I said this could be a kid, this could be a pet, but this could be like if somebody is in a relationship where the other person has more time on their hands or something like this. But honestly, for a lot of you, it's going to have a lot to do with kids and work. Like, I know that struggle. Okay, I know. Or if you're working in your pet, you know, is like in the house all day. I know those struggles, and I'm gonna tell you, with a lot of the wisdom that I have right now, I look at everything as a phase, and all of those are phases in life, and they will pass. You're meant to experience them as part of the human experience. They do pass. You do get through them. We all seem to go through it. Queen of Swords is in the reverse. That's your energy, and it's in the reverse. So I have 2 masculine energies and a feminine energy. 2 masculines in the upright, and 2 in the feminine in the reverse. And this is showing up in the now timeline. So for me, from now on the next 3 months, the now timeline, High Priestess. All right, there's something here that's unknown, that's coming out or coming towards you. Or it looks like it's a person. Now, if you feel like you relate to someone could be coming towards you, like you feel it, but you don't know, this is what's hidden from you, the universe is hiding it. There was a lot that came out about that over on Aquarius by Aquarius on the video I just did over there. But this is a little different in the fact that I wasn't seeing 2 masculines over there. Now, if it's not 2 masculines, I can also see where there can be a person's ego can be affected by, like, if somebody makes more money than them, like maybe somebody prides themselves in, you know, in their money, and for someone to make more than them, that might be a little bit of a hit to the ego. So for some, if anybody's stuck in like a kind of, or is in a kind of connection where that might be a problem. Somebody's like, well, you know, you're doing a man's job, or you're doing, you're making this, you know, someone's sort of very much in their ego over here. And And then someone here is grounded, and they're grounded when it comes to money. Now, maybe this is a choice you're going to have. Like I said, if somebody's looking at you and the moves you're making and they don't like these moves, you could be making money moves that you're not available as much. Or you could just be seeing somebody. I don't know, but I do see two masculine. So we're starting off with the Ten of Swords. That's brutal. That's brutal. Ten of Swords. But we do have this Pluto energy, this Hermit energy. Those are the two major arcana. So that's telling me how the universe is affecting you right now, Aquarius, is the universe has you thinking about what needs to change in your life. This is what the universe is wanting you to see. This is what needs to change in your life. Somebody won't like the changes. I feel like you might have to go Queen of Swords reverse on someone, because with the Ten of Swords, it's like that might be the only way to cut ties with somebody is to shout it. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. Page of Swords reverse. I feel like no matter what you're about to do, whether you know you were going to do this or whether you on a whim just come up with it, I feel like in the future you get it accused of like you premeditated something, is what I feel like. It's like, Aquarius, you planned this. You planned this. You knew this, that you were going to do this all along, but I'm not so sure. You might all of a sudden just something change and you flip. You could just do that. You can completely be going like this and just change your mind, and that could be happening right there. Tell me about that Nine of Wands in the reverse. Now, I do have another card of Virgo. I have Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So I feel like with that Nine of Wands and that Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, this is really close to happening. Because when it's the 10, it's already done. It's already over. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay, so this is the new beginning and the new journey right here. The new cycle. There's a return, or there's something that's speeding up. So like if something's speeding up when it comes to your money or a relationship, then there's somebody over here taking notice. Tell me about that King of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sag energy. Now if you could have two masculine energies thinking about you when it comes to something, and it could involve money. Like if you're trying to get work, you could have two people, or you could have two interviews, or you could have two bosses you had to meet, and it's like, but whatever it is, there's this thinking when it comes to the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So I don't know if it has to do with it, choosing, or if it has to do with literally your money. Tell me about that King of Wands. Tell me more about that King of Wands. The Moon reverse. Okay, so this King of Wands becomes aware of something. So this might be the person who doesn't like what you're about to do. Aries, Leo, Sag, or doesn't like how you've changed, or doesn't like what you are changing. Remember, that was the beginning. Someone doesn't like what you are changing or how you have changed. And so this King of Wands person is like, okay, oh, That's been revealed to me. I didn't know that detail. But it's like what's being revealed is, oh, I realize I'm lonely. I'm lonely without Aquarius. I'm lonely without Aquarius. And I'm lonely, maybe even, someone could be, or you could be realizing you're lonely, missing someone, but I really think it's this masculine energy missing you. So that was like, I'm lonely without Aquarius, which says, okay, is that your only purpose is companionship? Did this person go away from you? Is that a person coming in? Is that a person who doesn't want to detach? Tell me more about the King of Wands. Because that's Pisces and Aries, Leo, Sag with that Moon and King of Wands. Tell me more. Oh. This King of Wands realizes they better speak up and say something, is what they realize before they regret it. Okay, so that King of Wands person is like, I better speak up and say something or I'm going to regret it. Maybe they think they're going to regret it because they're going to be alone. Tell me about that Eight of Pentacles reverse. Yeah. So it's really looking like this person is putting it together. They're like, oh shit, I miss Aquarius when they're not around. I better do something. Or I miss Aquarius. I better do something. Because Aquarius has changed, or they're a different person now. Yeah, because it's like, then that's another thing. There's something about you that has changed. So maybe they don't even know how to approach. They don't know maybe if you're involved with other people, because that's kind of what there's some of that too. Like maybe Aquarius is going on to someone else, and maybe you are going on to this King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this person in their ego. So if there's a person who thought they'd always have access to your energy, then all of a sudden they don't. And then there's this maybe a earth sign, or maybe this more it's a different energy, it's a person who's more grounded, stable, more like wealthy. They have their stuff together. That this person in their ego might be like, look, Aquarius, you were already dealing with this person, let's be honest, because you wouldn't walk away from me otherwise. That's what they're thinking. So you might have something to say to that King of Wands that they might not like what you say. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. That's some stable energy. That's some money. That's stability. Five of Swords reverse. This looks like a person who's coming toward you after an ending. So if there's something going on with this person, some form of an ending, like this person is coming after an ending. So, and I don't know, like they seem like they're going to be around for a while. Whoever's coming after this ending is going to be around. Like I don't see him going anywhere. All right, tell me more about that King of Pentacles. This person is going to be coming toward you, and they're going to be very romantic and very helpful in your life. They're showing up as a Knight of Cups. Very sweet, very romantic, and very helpful. I don't think you're going to have an issue with that person. Tell me about the Hermit. Who's in Hermit mode? Who's thinking? Nine of Swords. Somebody's really thinking. That's some serious brain power right there. Tell me about that. This is someone who is getting enlightenment about you. Well, I already can tell you, I guess it's both of them. One is enlightened that they want to, I feel like, sweep you off your feet. A King of Pentacles can totally sweep you off your feet because they got it all. And an Emperor has it all too. But this King of Wands is also thinking about you because this King of Wands is like, Aquarius isn't taking interest in me and I'm feeling lonely without Aquarius. So you have somebody that's either trying to keep you in their energy because you're already in it or pull you back in it. And that's this person who is aware that they're lonely and they don't want to be lonely. They don't want to face their own fears of loneliness. Or vice versa. It could, you know, you can put the energy where it needs to go, but that's how I'm reading it. So you got two people thinking about you just in different ways. One is like they really want to, I feel like, sweep you off your feet. I like that energy. And they're stable. And the other one's like, well, I want Aquarius because I'm lonely. And they're also going to be the one, if you're ending something with this person and then this is someone new, this person is going to accuse you of already having something with them. But it looks like that's not the case at all. It does look like you can, you know, you can all of a sudden stop and switch up, like not talking and not dealing with somebody because there's something that could happen like that. It's like becoming aware. It's like, oh, Ten of Swords. I'm aware of the Ten of Swords. Let me do something about this. So you could all of a sudden just decide to stop traveling down a path because you know it's leading to, you know it's not leading anywhere good. It's leading to a Ten of Swords. It's going to bite you on the ass at some point if you keep that path. You know that. And that's what I see you front and foremost thinking about in your long-term goals, like where you're at, where you're going to be. Then somebody aware you're not around and wanting to get you or keep you. And then someone who's very stable wants to date, sweep you off your feet, both thinking about you, but like I say, different ways. Now change. Now you're back to square one. What needs to change in my life? This person who wants to be with me or around me only because they're just lonely. It's not, has nothing to do with love. They're just lonely. Or this other person where we can date, we can go out, we can have fun. You have two people enlightened about you, and you're going to be enlightened by them, and especially when they come out, because you're going to be like, oh, this is what you're thinking? These are your plans with me? Tell me about Death card. Pluto. Yeah, literally. Pluto has really got you thinking about what needs to go. The Tower is like what needs to go. But the difference is you're bringing the Tower. And the difference is Pluto is also helping you bring the Tower. And like I said, this forms after an ending. And this shows up as an ending. So you're about to have, after an ending, all right, or after moving on, you're about to have some sort of new focus, all right? Focused on a new endeavor here. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. For me, that's you aligning with this person. And Strength card is a good connection. Star reverse and Judgment reverse, and I heard with that, who would have thought? So for some reason, I don't know why I heard who would have thought. I think you're about to align with somebody that you're going to say that, like, who would have thought we would have I'd end up with someone like this? Who would have thought? But then again, who would have thought you would have ended up with a person like this that you're going away from? I don't know. It's like two extreme opposites. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. And also, like I said, Judgment reverse, Star reverse. This is more of that Pluto and retrograde in Aquarius. And this is exactly that, Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So This could be going down while Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius, and that's for 5 months. 5 months. It's October 17th or 15th when it's up. Tell me about that Ace of Cups in the reverse, and we're ending on that, and then I'll close out. Ooh, hold on, a bunch fell. Hold on. Now I picked them up just the way they fell, so give me a second. That fell by itself, like that, and then these fell together, and then this fell first. So, King of Cups reverse, this is like moving away from a long-term relationship, okay? Or someone about ready to enter into one. And like I said, it does look like one is ending and one is forming. And the relationship that forms, you know, it lasts for a long time. It's just this other person. That's going to be the key factor. It's a person who just seems to be lonely and they're just looking for company. Nothing wrong with that, but like, there's no, I don't know, I'm just not, I just feel like this person will always need someone to be around them, like if you're not there. So just know that, you know what I mean? Just know that, like it's their need that they need someone there. And it's not like, I feel like they could be sort of impatient and they can't like wait. Like they can never be alone because, I don't know, something happens, you know, inside of them. So I feel like that's, you're getting out of a long-term situation, or somebody's getting out of a long-term situation that just didn't work out to start a new beginning. Very simple. There's this love that's right here. And it's about to happen. Now for some of you, you guys got a bambino on the other side that's going to come in with it. So just know that as well. Or your pets could be getting pregnant. Your kids, grandkids, whatever. We're going to close out anyway. You have a stable romantic person who probably has wealth. They probably have they got probably a home, they got everything, and they're very romantic. And there's someone here who comes across as like sort of pushy, and they just want to like have someone around them. So you'll notice if they're not with you, they're with someone else, or they're on the phone, or they're doing, like, they can never be alone. There's something with that person being alone that triggers them. So those are your two, that's the two people coming out in this reading. And that maybe you're making a choice between one of them, like, who do I want to be around for the long term? Anyway, past life issues. So you might be having a past life person come toward you, and it says, this situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes, and ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past life experiences. So you're about ready to probably align with somebody from a past life, or maybe you're completing this and it's a karmic thing, completing, whatever. It's all going to line up for you, and it's your choice. Remember that. Anyway, I love you, and namaste, my friends.